streaming at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
So Renner with a chance to add on to their 2-1 lead as we rejoin you in the home half of the third in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Jake Goebel still out there hurling, and his first pitch to C.J. Stuckel is off the plate 1-0. Renner 2 runs in the second inning so far, the 1-run difference after a run was scratched across in the top of the first for the Hardhats. 2-0 now to Stuckel. Swinging on the 2-0 and fouls it off the mask of Schmidt. 2-1. 2-1, nobody out. Stuckel reached on E6 back in the first. Looks at strike 2, even in the count. Out in front, fouls it at the plate. Keep an eye on the pitch counts. Waschenberger threw 3 innings. He's just at 44 pitches. No walks or strikeouts, a run on 3 hits. 2-2. Called strike 3. So Goebel gets Stuckel, first strikeout of the game for either side. Goebel just under 50 pitches with his first out here in the third. That'll bring in Nick Hoekstra. Flew out in his first trip. We'll stare at ball 1. Goes up out of the zone and will foul it back. Just got a piece of the high cheddar. One. Did he go? He did not. The Hardhat faithful didn't agree. Two on with 1 out. He won that time, 2-2. Tried to send that one out over the scoreboard and left. Beautiful field here at Creighton Prep. All turf. He's going to put a jolt into this one. High and deep out to left, but the catch made. Just a step in front of the warning track. So good effort there and a nice read off the bat for Alex Weaver and out number 2. Here's Will Waschenberger. He's certainly settled in since surrendering 3 hits to his first 3 batters. He set everyone else out in order. Ground ball is short. This should do it. 1-2-3 inning for Jake Goebel in the third. However, the Hardhats still trail 2-1. We'll catch you in the fourth on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV.
It's here. And here. There too. This way and that. Across the street and around the world. It's healthcare reinvented, and it lives in all of these places because we believe it should. That her and him and them all deserve health care that lives where they do. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Heading into the fourth inning with Alex Weaver leading off as Matthew Haggerty was caught stealing to end the inning as Weaver was standing with a ball and no strike count. So he'll get a fresh at-bat, trailing 2-1 the Hardhats are at the hands of the Renner Royals. Weaver's going to drop down a bunt, and it'll just kick foul down the third baseline, that is. Strike one. So Alex Weaver trying to sneak one by the infield of the Renner Royals. And now the 0-1. Pitch in the dirt, and it'll be 1-1. And just a slight breeze out to center here at the park. 1-1 put on the ground to the left side. Shortstop has it. Throw in time. Got him by a step. Runyo with the 6-3 put out. Brings in Branson Keel with one away.
Number 20, Branson Keel.
Hardhats haven't put one into the outfield since the second inning. Been a lot of ground outs so far for Waschenberger. Here's the pitch. Got him to go around. It'll be 0-1. Fooled him with the first pitch curveball once again. Oh, 0-1. Then blew him away at the fastball. 0-2. And now just a million things going through the mind of a batter who's down 0-2. Saw the breaking ball. Saw the heat behind the fastball. What's he going to deal with next as time is called at the plate? Oh, 2. Chased. Strike 3 on 3 pitches. Went up on the zone with the high fastball. First strikeout in the Hardhat order, courtesy of Waschenberger, and now it'll be Caldwell with 2 away. We're in the top of the 4th. Hardhats trailing 2-1. Game 1 of the Omaha Classic. Curveball taken for a ball, 1-0. This one watched for ball 2. 2-0 with 2 outs, nobody on. Nearly tied him up. Well, it's a called strike. Two and 1 after the strike call. Curveball strike 2. From 2-0 to 2-2. Again, Waschenberger's really been efficient with the pitch count. He's not trying to do too much. He's thrown 1 strikeout. Make it 2. Swing and a miss. Caldwell down, swinging. The first 2 strikeouts from Waschenberger come back-to-back to end the 4th inning. He's got another 1-2-3 frame. 2-1 Renner. We're halfway home here from Creighton Prep on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV.
On 106.7 FM and 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and streaming at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Halfway through this one on a beautiful Wednesday in Omaha for the Omaha Classic. Hardhats game 1 of this tournament. And they trail it 2-1 at the hands of the Renner Royals. First batter is greeted with a ground ball to Bachman at second. And Andy Moan retired 4-3. Been a very quick-moving game. We're just over 45 minutes into this one, and we're already halfway through with the Renner Royals leading 2-1. Jake Goebel still out there. He just fired a scoreless third. In fact, he set down 5 in a row. And first pitch ball to Arbogast. 1-0. Smacked out of play. It'll be a 1-1 to Arbogast. He scored after walking back into second. Scored on the RBI single from Zach Evers. It'll be 2-1 to Arbogast, the right fielder. Early morning start tomorrow, 2-1, blown by with a fastball. 9:30 Mountain Time as we'll play against Fort Collins, a team that just lost a heartbreaker at the hands of Gillette right before our game. 2-2. A little bit low, full count. Full count pitch. Ground ball to Bachman. Back-to-back 4-3 putouts to start the fourth. And now here's Dalton Vanderloo. Boy, a much different game than the first two we've become accustomed to between these two sides. 10-0 and 10-3. The Hardhats beat Renner back at home on June 1st. Right now, Renner leads at 2-1. And Vanderloo with 2 outs takes ball 1 upstairs. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Two and 1. Interesting call. 3-1 to Vanderloo with 2 outs. Again, Goebel's looking for another 1-2-3. I think he just had to look at the scoreboard to make sure that count was right because he grooved one right down the middle. 3-1. Did him a favor there. It'll be 3-2 as it's fouled back. Three-two with 2 outs. 2-out walk. Extends the inning for Evers, who had an RBI single back in the second inning. Great game in Chicago tonight. White Sox and Cubs. It'll be Lucas Giolito, who's my pick so far for the early AL Cy Young, against John Lester, who's quietly having a fantastic year, as he has really lived up to that big money contract that the Cubs have given him. Evers leans out of the way of a fastball up, 1-0. Went back to the changeup and misses, 2-0. 2-1, Renner leading. About to wrap up the fourth inning here if Goebel can work around the 2-out walk. Having trouble so far. He falls behind Evers 3-0. Looked like it was going to be a clean 1-2-3, and now we might see an extra 2 batters. Three-0 pitch. Grooved in there for strike 1. 3-1. All of a sudden 3-2 after the foul ball off to the right. A lot of 3-2 counts for Goebel, which is why the pitch count is where it is. He's already over 70 pitches, closing in on 75, and he's looking to get through his fourth inning. 3-2, runner takes off, and he blows him away with a fastball. Nothing made of the 2-out walk, as it's another scoreless frame for Jake Goebel. We're through 4 Hardhats. They trail 2-1 here at Creighton Prep as we head into the 5th next on Fox Sports Rapid City and HardhatsTV.
Streaming at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Top of the 5th for the Hardhats. They'll send the bottom 3 in the order: Blake Weaver, Ryan Schmidt, and Drew Messer. Will Waschenberger still out there? Fires a first pitch ball. 2-1 our score in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Renner leading. Waschenberger falls behind Weaver. The tail of as the 2-0. Catches the inside edge. It'll be 2-1. Will Waschenberger just 55 pitches through 4 innings. He's thrown 70% of his pitches for strikes. Jake Goebel has 76 pitches through 4. Close pitch ruled ball 3, and it'll be 3-1 as Blake Weaver looks to generate some offense at the leadoff spot in this specific inning. Chops one foul with the 3-1, and it's a full count. Waschenberger has walked nobody. Strike thrower. Didn't mean to jinx him. Ball 4. It'll help us out. Weaver on at first as the tying run to lead things off. So now here's Ryan Schmidt. He flew out to left. Waschenberger has not allowed a base runner since an error back in the 3rd. In fact, his last hit hasn't come since the 1st. Schmidt's going to try and drop a bunt down, and so far the Hardhats have laid 3 bunts, and all 3 have gone foul. Again, Schmidt, a guy that's not doing that too much as your catcher. Wonder if it's still on or not here for the 0-1. Nobody out. Tying run at first is Blake Weaver, who doesn't have great speed. Runner's going to take off, and the hit and run is going to work beautifully. That's going to sneak its way into right field. That would have been a soft line out to second base. Instead, the hit and run works to perfection, and they've got him on the corners with nobody out. Boy, Schmidt will take that for a single. Drew Messer now with teammates on the corners and nobody out, as the Hardhats look to either tie and hopefully retake the lead here in the 5th. Had some late inning dramatics in Sioux Falls that went in their favor. See if they can scrape out a victory here. Waits on the curveball and stings it up the middle. We're tied. Base hit for Messer. Holding in second is Schmidt, and it's 2-all. Nice piece of hitting from Drew Messer. Weaver scores easily. Now first and second with nobody out as Washingberger has run into his toughest inning since the first.
Mason Messenger.
And from bad to worse, as now the top of the order will get a chance to swing away at Washingberger. Mason Messenger, 1 for 2. Prior to Blake Weaver, he was the only run scorer for the Hardhats. Tied at 2. Showing bunt, pulling it back as he nearly got clipped. Be 1-0. And Messenger, a guy at the top of the order, looking to put the bunt down to move these two runners into scoring position and a 2-2 tie with nobody out. Gets it down. This will stay fair, and it'll work as a sacrifice 5-3 for the first out. Did his job. Now it'll be up to Ryan Bachman to do his. 2 runners in scoring position. 1 out. Tied at 2, and we're getting late in this one at the top of the 5th. So a nice sack bunt for Messenger, the only successful bunter so far for the Hardhats. Ryan Bachman, a single, and then reached on an E6. Ball 1. Wonder if they're going to mess with them. That's the beauty of having Bachman, Haggerty, and Messenger lined up 1, 2, 3 is pick your poison. Two and 0. Couldn't get the call on the fastball. Bachman homered on Sunday. The inside the park variation. 2-0 missing, 3-0. That was the only run that the Hardhats could scratch across against Norfolk, and it took a guy crashing into the wall at full speed. Looking for something to hit here. No, they didn't turn him loose. 3-1. Ball 4. So now they're full for a guy who loves hitting grand slams. Loves driving home runs. Haggerty with that 7 RBI performance. And the win over Lee's Summit West, a team out by my neck of the woods, of course, in Missouri. We're going to see a mound visit here to the full infield with Washingberger. Some conversation out from the dugout. Is he done? Not quite sure. Bases are full. Washingberger has been fine until this inning. Only 1 out, and that's why I wasn't quite sure what they wanted to do with Bachman's at-bat, because, of course, you got 2 huge run producers. But with the walk, not giving Bachman a chance to do his damage with the bat, now you set up a force that could possibly get him out of the inning. And that's why I think we're going to have this conversation on the mound with the entire infield. It's brought to you by High Plains Physical Therapy Associates. Haggerty will dig in. Fresh count, 1 out. Bags full. The first baseman is in on the infield grass. Everyone else is at normal depth. Huge gap in left center. And some chin music to start him off, 1-0. Haggerty singled back in the first. Drives it deep out to center. This should get the go-ahead run home. Everybody looking to tag. It's a 3-2 lead. Bachman just bluffed at first. He'll stay put. So they're at the corners now with 2 away. Nice job, Matt Haggerty. It's been that type of game where runs have been at a premium. 3-2. Hardhats flip it back on top. They're ahead. So here's Alex Weaver with 2 outs. The cleanup batter, 0 for 2 so far. Pitch in the dirt. Hardhats would love another run or two. See if they can get it. Pitch inside. Weaver jumps ahead 2-0 with 2 away. Runner takes off. Bachman's got second. Stolen bag for him. And now second and third. Heads up base running. Again, Washingtonburger's worried about the out at the plate, but now it's 3-0. That's just going to open up a bag regardless. It'll be Keel on deck. And now in the batter's box as Weaver walks on 4 pitches. And they're full once again. Here's Branson Keel. Sac fly RBI in the first. Strikeout in the fourth. Take strike 1. Caldwell on deck, and if he gets an at-bat, the Hardhats will have batted around here in the 5th. 0-1, 2 outs, bases full, 3-2 Hardhats. Curveball, again, that's a dangerous pitch to throw, but he's got such great control over it. He knows Evers is going to get down and block that one at the plate. So he's comfortable throwing it. 1-1. Foul on the play, it'll be 1-2. They got him with a high fastball in the last at-bat. Does he go back there with the 1-2? Tried a fastball, but he threw it too far outside, 2-2. Keel will drive one through the hole on the left side. 1 run will score. Bachman racing around. He will slide in safely at home. But now caught in a rundown is Alex Weaver. What's going on? Weaver's going to take off and slide in safely at third. He was just waiting for the pitcher to come out and get him. Now Weaver's injured because he dived head first. He might have got a couple of spikes in him as he is lying at third. Is back on the ground. And trainer out. Going to have a chat with him in the meantime. Runs coming home. Keel got out to second. Schmidt and Messer both score. And Alex Weaver looks like he's going to stay in this game. So it makes it 5-2 as the Hardhats have opened things up. Batting around here, a 2-run single for Branson Keel. Four runs coming home in the inning. And our first pitch strike to Caldwell. Excuse me, that was Bachman flying around after it was Messer and Bachman each scoring. Caldwell now takes ball 1. Again, he's the 9th batter of the inning. Caldwell will join the hit parade. He singles home a pair. Alex Weaver scores. Here comes Branson Keel. Now to throw to second. Heads up, base running. He slides in as the throw missed the cutoff man. 7-2 Hardhats, looking much more like our first 2 wins against Post 307. Caldwell, 2-run single. And unfortunately for Washington, looks like that is how his day will end. They'll take the ball from him. He was cruising into the 5th. His team had the lead, and the Hardhats came alive here in Omaha with a ton of run support. 6 runs coming home. The Hardhats now lead at 7-2. And we'll have a new pitcher. We'll tell you about him next here on Fox Sports Rapid City and HardhatsTV. Pitcher for Renner. It'll be a right-hander as they make some moves around the field. It'll be Vanderloo taking over at the mound. Washington's going to grab a glove and play first. And I think that's going to move Stuckel to second. So Dalton Vanderloo, the new pitcher. 7-2. It's a whole new ball game after 6 runs come across, and the Hardhats have batted around. It all started with this guy at the plate, Blake Weaver, who walked and scored. Top of the 5th. Bats exploding, and they might not be done yet. Vanderloo with a strike to Blake Weaver. It'll be 0-1. Cloud cover starting to take over here at the field. Runner on second's Jace Caldwell. Curveball has him turning out of the way. And that came back around, but it's ruled a ball. Hardhats have utilized a big inning, and it could continue. This is stung into the corner, and it's fair. Another run coming home. Weaver hungry for 2, and he'll drop the anchor there, scoring Caldwell and replacing him out at second as Blake Weaver keeps the hit parade going. It's 8-2. RBI double for number 2-3. That plate's Caldwell. And here's Ryan Schmidt for his second at-bat of the inning. 7 runs across. Pitch outside.
Number 25, Ryan Schmidt.
One 1-0, 2 outs, and it's now Weaver out at second. Pitch is high and tight. It'll be 2-0. So Vanderloo's come in to try and stop the bleeding. Hasn't gone as planned so far. Two-0. Swings through one. Tried to send it out over the fence. It'll be 2-1. The 2-1 with 2 away and a runner on second. Schmidt takes up and in. It'll be 3-1. Drew Messer on deck. Game's just about to get started in the nightcap for Major League Baseball. Of course, College World Series going on as well. 3-1 is a called strike. It'll be full to the catcher. And as this game was moving rather swimmingly along, and all of a sudden we've hit a standstill with the 7-run frame in the 5th. Waschenberger just ran out of either gas or stuff as he got figured out in the 5th. And the inning will continue. It's ball 4 to Schmidt. Here comes the 11th batter of the frame. RBI for Messer in his last at-bat, which was about 15 minutes ago. Did it with a single. Bounced it up the middle. Pitch. In the dirt, nice block. Evers has done a nice job on the plate. They 1-0. Up at the letters, 2-0 to Messer. Things not getting much better with the new pitcher. Inning might flip up to the top of the order for the second time this frame. Messer launches it out to left, but might have just got under it. Oh, wait, he can't find it. It finds the turf. Defensive miscues. Might be a play at the plate. Here comes the throw, and it is late. That'll be a 2-run double on one lost in the sun, at least. Those were the indications made from Hoekstra. Some great questions being asked in the press box now. Nick Hoekstra feeling the pressures of a 40-minute inning going on here and just happened to lose that one out and left. Pitch outside. All of a sudden, it's an 8-run ball game. The 9th run of the frame has come home in the version of Ryan Schmidt. That's a great point. Pitch on the inside edge for a strike. So Messer out at second. The nightmare inning for Renner continuing. It's now 10-2. Good cut action. Fastball will come back in for a strike on Messenger, who has his second at bat. It'll be a 1-2 to Messenger. Curveball and a beauty. Gets him to swing through it. And that will end the 9-run 5th inning. Hardhats will take the field. Jake Goebel, all of a sudden the pitcher of winning record if he can hold on to this 8-run lead in the home half of the 5th. It's 10-2 Hardhats on Fox Sports Rapid City and HardhatsTV.
At USI, we take over 150 years of knowledge and experience gleaned from the expertise of over 6,000 industry-leading experts, serving more than 150,000 clients nationwide, and we put you at the center of that world. We customize and deliver best-in-class property and casualty, employee benefits, personal risk, and retirement solutions to provide superior results. We call it the USI One Advantage.
On 106.7 FM and 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and streaming at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Hardhats have completely switched the script of this game. They trailed 2-1 heading into the top of the fifth. They come out leading 10-2. That's how baseball goes sometimes, right? 9-run frame for the Hardhats as they chase the starter and then some, and now have a chance to end this game a bit early. And this looking a lot more like the first two wins against Renner at the Fitz. 10-0 and 10-3, now looking to make it 10-2. As, of course, with tournament rules, we could see this one end in the fifth. It's quickly 0-2 and then stays alive with a high chopper that will kick foul left of the bag. Mason Runya, an RBI single back in the second, and he's quickly down 0-2 here in the fifth. .6:13 local time here, just about an hour 15 into our ball game. 0-2. Curveball missing. Didn't quite have the handle on that one. 9-1-2 due up. 1-2 just got a piece. And now another pitch missing. So from 0-2 to 2-2 again, Goebel. The trouble with the walks and the strikeouts is he's got great stuff, but he kind of overthrows sometimes. Like here when you're up 10-2 and you got a guy 0-2 and then you're just trying to dance around the zone a little bit too much. See if he goes back to the basics for the 2-2. No, 3-2. So a full count pitch to the leadoff man. Nobody out. Time as, again, the Bugs having their way with the batter so far today. Full count pitch. Looped out to left center. Diving catch is made in a wet gem. Alex Weaver. I thought there was no shot. Tip of the cap, sir, for out number one. How about that? That might be catch of the year. That might be the play of the game. Hardhats look like they've got action in their pen. Appears to be Colton Hartford. As a strike now issued to Sam Stukel at the top of the order. 0-1, slapped foul. That'll be 0-2. Alex Weaver making plays with the glove as Goebel loses the handle on a curve, 1-2. Sticks the bat out. It's a couple hops and misplayed. That'll be an E3. Spinning off the bat. And we saw the two ends of the spectrum in terms of defense. The incredible play and then one that just eats you up. We'll bring in C.J. Stukel, second error of the game on the Hardhats. And it comes here in the fifth. Quick throw to first as leaning too far off the bag was Stukel, but he's back in safely. 10-2 Hardhats. Pitch in the dirt. That'll be 1-0. Another throw over. Nothing doing. One out. It'll be a 1-0 again. Things slowing down a bit here in the fifth. And the third straight throw over to first to no avail. 10-2. Hardhats have done it on just 9 hits. And a hit for Renner. And maybe that's why there was a little bit of action in the pen, as Goebel's pitch count still seems to be escalating here despite the 8-run lead. Makes it first and second. Quick conversation at the mound presented by High Plains Physical Therapy Associates. Looks like Goebel's going to at least face one more. Here's Nick Hoekstra, who had some trouble out in left in the prior inning. Pitch in the dirt, 1-0. Pitch. Hit out to center. Could be trouble. It is trouble. Down. Past Keel out in center. Runner's going to come rounding around third. They're back-to-back. They might get a chance at the second guy. He's dead in the water. It'll be 10-3. The catch, or rather the throw back in, will get the second guy as he was right on his tail. C.J. Stukel didn't let Sam Stukel get any breath whatsoever. So it's going to be 10-3 as the run comes home on the double. So it's 10-3. And now 2 outs. Couldn't just get that clean frame. 1-0. Looped out to right field. It's hooking foul by about 1.5 feet. Hoekstra with the RBI double, and then cut down behind him was C.J. Stukel for the second out. It'll be a 1-1. Check swing and appeal? No. Will Waschenberger's still in there. He's got a 2-1. Pitch high and tight, 3-1 as again, trouble seems to be brewing in what was an 8-run lead, now 7-run. Goebel is closing in on 100 pitches. Ball 4. That'll likely do it. Threw him back out there for the 10-2 inning. Gives up a run on a couple of hits. And he'll depart with 2 outs. Coming in from the bullpen, we'll have a new pitcher. As a nice hand for Jake Goebel. It's going to be True Seinhorst on to get through the 5th. 10-3. We'll give you his numbers next with 2 outs in the home half of the 5th on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV. New pitcher will be True Seinhorst as he comes into a 10-3 game. That's notable because Renner scratched across a run that would negate the 8-run rule needed to end a game early in 5 innings. 10-3, Hardhats lead it, 2 outs. Renner still a little bit brewing here with first and second. Seinhorst coming on in relief of Goebel. His final line in the second gets one pitch, and that could get him out of the inning if Bachman makes the play, which he does, throwing across his body for 3. So True Seinhorst comes in for 1 out. He gets 1 pitch to do so, and the Hardhats will enter the inning number 6. 10-3, they lead it. See if this is the final inning. We'll find out next on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV.
FM and 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and streaming at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Into the 6th inning we go here on the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Sales, service, and side-by-sides. It'll begin with Ryan Bachman, who will take a pitch in the dirt. Ball 1. Hardhats just need 1 run and then a clean 6th inning, and we can walk out of here just a frame early. 1-0, skied. Shallow right. Right fielder will call off the second baseman and make the play for out number 1 on 2 pitches. Reese Arbogast hauling it in. Brings in Haggerty. Haggerty so far is 1 for 2 with an RBI. The big RBI is being done by Drew Messner with 3 and Branson Keel with 3. Haggerty gets a hold of 1 out to left. Could be trouble. At the track, at the wall. It's up. It's out of here. Matt Haggerty gives us that needed run on a solo shot. How about that with 1 out? 11-3 as his teammates will greet him at home. Matt Haggerty in the power parade continuing for number 21. It's 11-3 Hardhats. Touch them all, Matt Haggerty. Pretty good ride off the bat. Left fielder looked as if he thought he might have had a play and then just ran out of room. Touch them all, Matt Haggerty on the solo shot. Now can Seinhorst get a clean home half of the 6th. Alex Weaver pokes 1 out. Trouble in no man's land. The question is it fair or foul? And it is foul. Matt Haggerty with the solo shot makes it 11-3. Hardhats will face Fort Collins tomorrow morning. Right here on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV. We'll be on the air right around. I just had it there. Hold on. Right around 9:15. Again, early time over in the Mountain Time Zone. It'll be 10:30 here local time, but we'll get cranking early Thursday morning. Friday back to a night game, 5 Mountain. And then 2 morning games kicking off at 8 a.m. Mountain Saturday to wrap up Omaha back-to-back games. Lazy fly out to right. Alex Weaver retired for the second out. 2 flyouts to right so far and a deep fly out to left. It's 11-3 Hardhats with the run coming across here in the 6th. 1 run in the first, 9 in the 5th rather, and then 1 here in the 6th already with 2 outs. And now Branson Keel has driven home 3. Takes a pitch up from Vanderloo. Branson Keel, 2 home runs on the season. Hardhats have now 15 on the season. Of course, the record from last year, 30. This has popped up on the infield. Who wants it? First baseman Waschenberger will take it, and that will end the inning. So a crucial solo home run for Matt Hegarty, which means we are 3 outs away from a 6th-inning, 11-3 Hardhats win. But we'll find out if that is the case. Drew Seinhorst back on to close the door. He threw just 1 pitch to get out of the 5th inning. That's coming up next.
AMM Rapid City and K294BT Rapid City. This is the Black Hills Sports Station, 106.7 FM and 1150 AM. Fox Sports Rapid City. You're listening to Post 22 Baseball on 106.7 FM and 1150 AM. Fox Sports Rapid City and streaming at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Well, a good start for Drew Seinhorst, who's back out there. Takes just 2 pitches and gets Reese Arbogast to ground out softly to the bag at second, rather to second, and 4-3 on the putout. So it'll be Dalton Vanderloo now 2 outs away from a day 1 victory for the Hardhats here at the Omaha Classic. Pitch fouled out of play, 0-1. Hardhats were trailing 2-1 heading into the 5th inning before 9 runs came across. And the Hardhats now looking to end this in 6 innings. Leading 11-3 in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Seinhorst with the 0-1. Curveball or a little cut action maybe on a fastball. A lot of movement. But he missed for a ball. So 1-1 goes back to that same pitch. Blows it by Vanderloo this time. Really nice movement on that fastball, 1-2. Seinhorst, this will be his 7th appearance. 4.71 ERA. Pitch inside, 2-2. And again, that's a little inflated after Seinhorst got blitzed against Sturgis in his last outing. Soft ground ball, too short. Throw scooped out by Caldwell. A nice play, 6-3. Messenger on the throw, and now 1 out away. It'll be Zach Evers. In fact, that was his last appearance on the mound. It was against Sturgis. He gave up 9 runs, 6 of which were earned on 13 hits in only 3 innings. His ERA was 2.6 before that game, and now a little bit inflated in the upper 4 range for Seinhorst. It'll be 0-1 on a check swing foul ball to Evers. Evers struck out last time in the 4th. This should do it. Tapper right back to the mound. 1-3 on the putout. And the Hardhats everyone's just kind of standing around. Looks like now the celebration will begin for the Hardhats. That's game, folks. 11-3. Hardhats awaiting for Renner to meet them at home plate. as the 8-run rule is invoked and the Hardhats win it 11-3. Don't go anywhere. We still got our High Plains Physical Therapy Associates post-game show. We'll recap through the box score of this 11-3 day one victory for the Hardhats. Also give you our player of the game. That's coming up next here on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV.
Sports Rapid City and streaming at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
And welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, sales, service, and side-by-sides. I'm Dylan Corbett here with you with the High Plains Physical Therapy Associates post-game show. Are you tired of your injuries controlling your daily performance? Learn how to take back your health at highplainspt.com. Mitchell Black back in the studios. Pleasure working with him as our producer and engineer of Fox Sports Rapid City for this Hardhats 11-3 win. Of course, Ricky Larson to my left. And let's dive into the box score of this fun 11-3 victory for the Hardhats to kick off the Omaha Classic for them. They're now 22-9 with the win. Third time they've beat Renner, and they put up double digits in doing so in all three games. Didn't look that way from early on. Hardhats scraped across a run in the first and then trailed 2-1 heading into the fifth when they busted it open with 9 runs. Gave up a run in the bottom half of the fifth, and then Matt Hegre's solo shot, his 4th of the year, gave us the 8 runs we needed to close this one out a inning early. Messenger 1 for 3 runs scored, and 1 for 3 for Bachman with a run scored. Haggerty 2 for 3 runs scored. He had the solo shot as well as a single. Alex Weaver was 0 for 3 at the cleanup spot, only batter without a hit in this game. Branson Keel 1 for 3 with 3 runs batted in. Chase Caldwell 1 for 3 runs scored, 2 runs batted home. Blake Weaver 1 for 2. He scored a pair of runs, walked, drove home a run. Schmidt scored 2 runs, walked, and had 1 hit in the game, while Drew Messer had a good spot. Good game in the 9 spot, 2 for 3, a run scored, a double, 3 runs batted in. Blake Weaver's 1 hit was a double as well. Pitching for Jake Goebel, 3 runs, 2 of which were earned, 4 2/3. He made it through, 4 walks and 6 hits, 2 strikeouts. Drew Seinhorst, good to see him back out there. Tossed a perfect inning and a third since coming back, his first appearance since getting blown up by Sturgis in that tough loss at home. 11-3, the final. As we wrap this thing up, let's go ahead and name tonight's player of the game. Sponsored by Claiborne Lowson Sabres. Whether it's divorce, DUI, injury, or a business dispute, when you need someone to step up for you and your team, contact the law office of Claiborne Lowson Sabres at 605-721-1517. A lot of great opportunities here for the player of the game. Of course, when you've got 8 out of your 9 batters in your lineup getting a hit, that's going to lead to a lot of competition. But we'll go ahead and give this to Drew Messer, as he had a pretty understated game at the bottom of the order. 2 for 3, a run scored, 3 RBIs. Kind of an understated season for Drew Messer. He's hitting over 400 in that 9 spot, and he's a key cog to this Hardhats offense. Drew Messer, our Claiborne Los and Sabres player of the game. Hardhats 11-3 winners over Renner, post 307, the Royals. Well, that'll wrap up this one. 11-3 Hardhats. One game here to kick things off on Wednesday in Omaha. We will be back on the air tomorrow for our matchup with Fort Collins from Colorado. They lost to Gillette right before our game. That'll be right about at 9:15 for the pregame show back home. So that is Mountain Time. We'll be here at the field ready to rock and get our early game matchup out of the way against Fort Collins. And I believe we've got tickets in our future as a team to the College World Series game later that night. But that's in terms of broadcast schedule. We'll wrap up this 11-3 win over Renner, and we'll see you tomorrow for the matchup against Fort Collins again on the air at 9:15 local time in the Mountain Time Zone. For Mitchell Black, our producer and engineer back in the studios, and Ricky Larson to my left, I'm Dylan Corbett. 11-3 Hardhats take game 1 of the Omaha Classic, and we'll do it again tomorrow against Fort Collins. For Mitchell, for Ricky, I'm Dylan Corbett. Have a great rest of your Wednesday evening.